The All Progressives Congress, the APC membership registration in Kwara State took a violent turn as members of two factions of the party got into a physical altercation yesterday. The incident occurred at the banquet hall of the government house, where a meeting was being held ahead of the registration exercise. This caused a state of frenzy amongst the members of the faction conducting parallel registration exercises in the state. According to eyewitnesses, the clash started after supporters of Governor Abdulrazak prevented Bolarinwa and his supporters from gaining entry into the banquet hall for the meeting. This led to an exchange of blows and throwing of chairs between the rival supporters, findings reveal. The APC Registration and Revalidation Committee organized the event to ensure a smooth registration process due to the prolonged crisis within the party in Kwara State, which escalated after the dismissal of Bashir Bolarinwa as the party's chairman. Bolarinwa was removed from his position 2 weeks ago by the National Caretaker Committee of the party, spearheaded by the Yobe State Governor Mai Malabuni, and was replaced with Abdullahi Samari. The fallout is due to a rift between Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak and a group of party leaders led by the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed. However, the national and north central leaders of the party have since intervened, but no resolution has been made. Regarding the incident, this is what Nigerians had to say.
The fight is nothing but it's just as a result of the selfish interests that some of them just do develop in order to satisfy their own interests. That is that. Some of the leaders, and that is that. It's telling us that politics in Nigeria is no more politics, but it's chopitics. It tells us again, democracy in Nigeria is no more democracy, or democracy. The architect of all these problems are some of our leaders, some of our the elderly ones. So we have to get up and then do the right thing at the right time, at the right place.
People don't, accept defeat, or even when they have failed, they still fight back. But what I noticed is that it is scriptural to be defeated. They have nothing to offer. And, getting back or pulling them out, they feel they have to fight back or set confusion. But even though generally, to our own observation, APC have really failed, that wasn't the best approach to begin to fight among each other. Even though they have failed the public, I think within themselves they're supposed to put their house in order. But it shows that they have nothing to offer. That is why the wrangle is within themselves.
Politicians have not been able to fulfill the gains of politics, that's dividends of politics. They are not giving us exactly what we want. Violence, by our orientation, violence does not solve any problem. Okay, instead, I think roundtable negotiation. Yeah, at the end of the day, everyone will go home and happy because it had been settled amicably.
And when I say a political statement, it's not normal for a person to go to another person's house or a rented house and just take things that don't belong to you. That's what has happened, but in a political atmosphere. Or if you look at it from another point of view, there are things that might have happened and the general public may not be aware of. He might have been cheated. If you look at the history of Nigerian politics, it always boils down to the same thing. There will always be fights between siblings, and that's what has happened in the political arena. Everybody wants power, and as the day goes by, there are many people who weren't interested in politics before, but everyone now is getting into politics because it appears that's where the profit is. If you want to do any other thing, you still need to boil down to get into the bids of politicians.
The APC at the top has been dislocated. So what will have organized them, like the human beings, are not there. So it's like now, if proper attention was given them at the Kwara level, that is at the Kwara State, having the right people there to maneuver, to mass the people's choice and make sure that what they are expected to do, they do it. I mean, there won't be violence. But the tension is so high. People are not happy politically. There's been a kind of upside down understanding of what is happening. And people are not getting what they expected. So when you now talk to them, they react. That is it. If you give me what I want now and I expect that, and I know I failed, I didn't read, automatically I will not worry you because I know I didn't read. But if I read and I waste my time, I know my capability. If you give me a fail, I will trace it to the end.